Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're taking a look at two brand new Yummy cards. Pretty scary stuff. I mean, this archetype definitely is going to come out of Justice Hunters fully swinging, and then for them to this quickly already get a new wave of support, and it's two new cards. A little bit scary, but hopefully, kind of like we saw with the Draco Tail cards yesterday, that they kind of stay in that same lane of, you know what, we're not going to give this deck like an absolute, you know, world beater of a card that's going to take this deck way over the top. We'll just give them a couple of nice pieces that maybe allows them to, gain more utility than actual power. But we'll see. Our first new guy is a new Yummy monster and then we also have the continuous spell with it. The new monster is definitely giving me like Ditto slash Mimikyu vibes from Pokemon, but he's clearly a little marshmallow guy, which is very cute. So let's get into the thing. Starting off here, we have Marshmao Yummy. This is a level 1 light beast, of course. 800 attack, 600 defense, small as always. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn each. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are light beast monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Very interesting first effect. It's a little bit different than all three of the other Yummy main deck monsters. And then second effect, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a Yummy spell or trap from your grave to your hand. Or if it was special summoned by Synchro Monsters effect, like all the Synchros in this archetype do, they can tag into, monsters from grave as a quick effect. You can place one Yummy field spell or continuous spell or trap from your deck, or banishment face up on your field instead. Okay, this card seems really solid, to be honest. Not going to lie. Really has good utility. I like that this first effect is actually different. I think all of the other Yummies say like you have to have either like a Yummy monster on field specifically or a Link 1 light beast or something like that. It's like they need link ones and they need an archetype names to jump out. I really appreciate that this one can just jump on the field if you have no monsters whatsoever. That means you could be playing with something else, get your board wiped, because I know that can be kind of a choke point for the deck. Is if your opponent can kind of wipe your board, you can kind of be put in weird spots where you're like, oh, I have no way to put a body on field now. Having a name in archetype that can jump on the field with no monsters, or either be the first card you summon without having to commit a normal, so that any other name is like still combo, or save it in the back so that way you can get your board wiped and then extend with this is really nice. And that second effect's solid too. Being able to keep rotating your spells, it's just really really legit. I like that as well. The bonus effect, right? Being able to, if your opponent maybe kept you off of one of the field spells, like to keep you off of interaction on their turn or something, being able to get one of the field spells or this new continuous spell. It says continuous here, which might have looked weird because the deck didn't have one yet, but we do have one here. That we'll cover in just a sec. It's really solid, man. This card is an extender that's a +1, and it's as simple as that sometimes. So yeah, I would say this is a win. This is a good card. I think it's still a one card combo, and yeah, it's really cool. Good consistency. That's another thing too. Is like this deck has felt like a pure version. You have to at least play Obedient Schooled in a pure version, but this just gives us 3 more copies of a one card starter, which is really nice. So we'll see where they go from there, and what route players use in terms of what else are they going to play with it. We've seen people mess with a Sky Striker engine. I've heard talks of Mimighoul or Obedient School. Obviously has to be there if you're going to play it pure. But yeah, there's some cool options there. All right, next up we have Yum Yummies. This is a continuous spell card. You can only use the second and third effects once per turn each. The first effect reads: each time 2 or more Yummy monsters are special summoned to your field at the same time, gain 500 life points, and if you do, your opponent pays 500 life points. Oh, Konami, why? Why does every good deck in the game have to also get a time win con? All right, second effect, you can pay 500 life points. At least you might have to then pay some later. Then target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including Yummy Snatchy. So Yummy Snatchy is the link 1, which means you can make it always. You can get it out always. Send both those monsters to the graveyard. Excuse me. And if you do, special summon 1 Yummy Synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro summon. This is a really nice like piece of bonus removal that the deck now has access to. Like now we're going to be able to use this to target an opponent's monster and our Yummy Snatchy, which again we can get on the field so easily. It's crazy. And you would be using it normally to link into or to synchro into one of the synchros. So you're basically saving yourself from having to use a second material and using being able to basically just send your opponent's monster instead. It's good utility. It allows us to play through some stuff. It allows us to break boards a little bit better. I like it. It targets, it sends, so it's not like the craziest removal in the world, but like I don't know, to like kind of just have it for free when you are going to be synchro summoning anyway, kind of nice. Especially because all the Yummy synchros have effects on summon. One of them just like reborns 2, one of them just like adds 2, discards 1, and one of them just like double Book of Moons. So like they all have really good utility. And of course, keep in mind, well, I will say in a sec. Third effect, if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can pay 1,000 life point or 100 life points. Sorry. Immediately after this effect resolves, a link summon 1 Yummy monster. That's another little interesting tidbit here. Is this effect, because this is just whenever this is your turn, this is your opponent's turn. If they are trying to hand trap you, trying to interact with you, you can basically quick link into Snatchy, which could allow you to dodge certain things. So again, this deck being just an absolute king because all of the synchros you're making anyway also have quick effects to tag out. This deck is like very hard to interact with a lot of like popular cards that see play in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's really strong. Are either of these cards like absolute destroyer of worlds? I don't think so. I think they're both solid, legitimately solid, but I don't see either as like an absolute juggernaut card that puts this deck over the top. This deck might already be over the top. This deck might already be the best deck in the game when it comes out. We'll see. There's going to be a couple other decks that have something to say about it. Depending on a ban list, the decks that are already really good right now will have something to say about it, like Mitsurugi decks and Raziel decks and Malice decks, but also K9 Vanquish Soul will kind of walk in there as a new deck that has something to say about it. So we'll have to see. And Draco Tail as well. But yeah, one other thing to keep in mind is like the way Konami, the way this archetype is kind of designed is you have 3 small forms it's like Cookie, Lolly, the Lollipop one, and what was the third one? Can't even remember what the third one is. Whatever, but there's a chocolate one, right? Oh no, it's like a parfait almost. Whatever. There's 3 already, and they have a corresponding synchro, which means I would expect a new synchro to pair with Marshmao. So I don't know what utility we would get there. We have one that double books the board. We have one that reborns 2. We have one that searches 2. So you have like graveyard access, deck access, a Book of Moon. Is there going to be some, you know what I mean? Is it possible it's going to banish cards from grave? Is it going to negate a card on field? Like the timing may be awkward on it, but still it's a different type of interaction than Book of Moon. I don't know. I'm curious to see where they go with it. And what kind of monster they make out of Marshmao. That'll probably come in the next core set, I would expect. But yeah, these are good cards, man. They are going to see play in some way, shape, or form in the new deck. I can almost guarantee that. But yeah, that's everything for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're a big Yummy fan, if you've already done a lot of testing, or you maybe have been playing in the OCG, whatever. Let me know your thoughts down below on these. How much do these push Yummy? I'm very curious to hear from somebody with actual in-game experience with Yummy, because they're still not even here in the TCG, so I have yet to really mess with them much. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on these. Very curious to see your guys' opinions on them. But I'm out of here for today. Expect 2 K9 cards tomorrow, most likely, because we got the 2 Yummies today. We got the 2 Draco Tails yesterday. I would expect 2 K9 cards tomorrow, and we'll see how they round out the rest of the set from there, because I think with these 2 coming out, we have 12 cards left. We'll get ideally 2 K9s tomorrow, and then we'll have 10 more cards for the rest of the week. So stay tuned for more. I'll keep you guys posted on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News. Peace.